Bittenhouse, we set up a mock interview to see how many different ways we could light it. In shot number 1, we just used the available lighting, and you notice that there's a slight shadow in the eyes there. Not bad, but we're now going to see if we can add something else to it. We add a tiny little panel light to lift the face. This adds just that little extra light to make her the subject. By moving the same light to her right-hand side, we now have some shadowing on her left-hand side. Bit of extra light adds modelling. In this shot, we've switched off all the house lights and just have one softbox coming in from her right-hand side. This helps to create that classic Rembrandt look. In this shot, we kept the softbox on Sue's right-hand side and added a softer, smaller light from her left-hand side. In this shot, we kept the key light and the fill light, but added a hair light. This also put a little bit of illumination on the flowers and the backdrop. The group felt that the hair light in the previous shot was a bit too bright, so this was lowered. This helps to keep the attention on Sue's face and not her hair. In this shot, we have much the same lighting, but we've added a gobo light onto the flowers. Perhaps they're a little too bright. We decided to light up the backdrop as well with a small panel to see what that looked like. Again, of course, the backdrop and the lights might be just that little bit too bright. By swapping the flowers for a practical light from Mervyn's collection, we now have real motivation for the light coming from Sue's right-hand side. Ending the backlights and switching off all the lights on Sue, we now have her in an incognito type shot. In this shot, we have quite a dramatic look, keeping the practical on with just one softbox coming straight in from Sue's right-hand side. In this shot, we used a hard light source coming in from Sue's left-hand side to create this dramatic effect. In this shot, we used one of Mervyn's pin spots to create another dramatic effect with the light coming up from higher, casting light across the shoulder. And finally, in this shot, a different color temperature gives a completely different look. We discovered that by using lights we can create many different effects, and you need to decide on the effect you want before you start to light it. We also came to the conclusion that there's no one way to light a scene, whether you're using a classic 3-point lighting or more dramatic lighting. The choices are down to you, and it's all very personal. There's no right and there's no wrong.